Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack. Welcome to another episode of Raw Tropical Living. I appreciate you tuning in today. Shooting this video on a beautiful Friday as I'm going out of town for the weekend, or going out of town tomorrow night, going down to Pensacola. Going to be an art show at that new raw vegan restaurant that I've found, or that's just opened up. Going to have some live music, and that sounds like a lot of fun. So I better go ahead and get my video done today. Hope everybody's staying safe up there on the East Coast. Wanted to give a shout out to Barb in North Carolina. Her son was telling me she and her husband rode the storm out up there, so hope you guys are doing well. Anyhow, today I want to talk about my mantra for life, words to live by. Guys, I do videos every day. During the week, I'm usually talking about the raw food diet, plant-based diets in general, a little bit of fitness, a little bit of health. And on the weekends, I just kind of like to open it up a little bit. I talk about my mindful meditation practice a lot. I do some readings, and sometimes I just like to discuss some thoughts. So if you haven't already done it, please go hit that subscribe button now and come back and check out some more. Then make sure you hit the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. This has been stuck in my head for a couple of weeks now. These four words came to me. I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk podcast. I don't know, remember a couple or 3 weeks ago in the gym, probably closer to 2 weeks ago in the gym. And I don't really remember actually what the podcast was about because I listened to a ton of his stuff. But he said one thing towards the end of that has just, these four words have stuck in my head ever since. And sometimes I find myself just repeating them over and over, almost like a mantra. So that wasn't just like a little clever play of words, like I kind of spin it in my head from time to time. And he summed it up that the most important things, I don't remember if he said the most important things to him or what these were, but these are just like really, they sum up many of the practices that I have going and what I'm striving for and working on every day. Hard work, gratitude, empathy, and kindness. You know, those four right there. I mean, there's a ton of other things and other attributes in life that are worth pursuing, but those are four good ones right there. Hard work. I'm really trying to buckle down. That's something I need to focus on right now, and I handle that through my meditation practice. Hard work, sometimes I'm not afraid of hard work. I have concentration issues and I tend to get distracted and whatever. So anyhow, hard work is what it is. You know, that's just kind of actually putting one foot in front of the other and getting it done day by day. And I'm starting to get better at that instead of, you know, just I don't know, just kind of like, you know, fretting over it, or overthinking it or whatever. Hard work for me just has been consisting of lately just doing, one foot in front of the other, simply doing. The other ones kind of resonate a little bit more as far as practices go. Gratitude, number 2. Now, gratitude is something that I hear people talk about a lot, and it's actually kind of trendy, and it's kind of talked about a lot these days. Not to repeat myself there, but it resonates with me, and it resonates with me because it resonates with me not because somebody else mentioned it, but when people talk about their practice of gratitude or their thoughts on gratitude, I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. And I've totally experienced a little bit of it, and I'm trying to just expand on that experience. Something I do every morning now, or almost every morning. I did, I think the past week schedule got off and I meditated in the afternoon, but about 2 months ago I switched over to meditating in the morning. And there's just something, I just like the energy, you know, fresh out of the bed. Your mind hasn't really engaged yet, and you can kind of catch that quiet time in the mind when you can concentrate a little bit more. And when I finish my meditation practice, when I finish my meditation every morning, the way I end that is with gratitude. It's just by me, you know, stating what I'm grateful for that day, or in general, or just whatever. It takes on a different form every day. I don't necessarily pick one thing and say this is what I'm grateful for. Sometimes it's a bigger picture thing. Sometimes it is one specific thing. But I try to express that gratitude every day, because the older I get, I'm not fancy. I don't have a lot of money. I have a beater. I'm driving my mom's old beater of a car. But I have so many things. I really have everything I need. I've got a roof over my head. I eat every day. I found this lifestyle. My health is good so far. Hopefully it stays like that. And yeah, there's just nothing like I would almost, somebody shouldn't try to make me feel guilty if I did not feel gratitude for everything I have, for what I'm blessed with. And I think it's just there's a lot of power to that, to acknowledging that gratitude every day and just having that actual practice of being grateful, of tuning in, and of, focusing on that. And to start the day with that has been even more powerful. That's not the gratitude practice is nothing new for me, but just really every single morning doing that. And even before that, on the days when I wasn't meditating in the morning, that was still a practice. First thing, gratitude. Empathy. Empathy, I tend to have sympathy for people, but I don't know. I kind of walk my own path. I'm kind of a loner. I kind of do my own thing. So I have a little bit harder time with the empathy part. So that's something that, I try to strive for. When you're kind of a loner, you do your own thing, you're by yourself all the time, you kind of have that you can get that tunnel vision. And, even like I say, you can be sympathetic, but I believe there's also, it's really good to be sympathetic to people, but it's very important that we develop empathy, that we can kind of understand, because I don't think we can have that pure expression of sympathy and or love without empathizing with that person, with empathizing with other people's situations. And empathizing, I try to step outside of my own experience too. I don't want to only be able to empathize with people with whom I've shared common experiences, but just open up, a general vibe, feeling of empathy to where I can be empathetic to more beings, if that makes sense. I know I understand what I'm saying in my head, but I feel like I'm being a little unclear with that. And kindness is just simple. We just need to bang out kindness all day, every day. Anytime we can think about it, little acts of kindness, kindness where nobody knows you even did it, just kindness every day. If always choosing kindness, I won't throw out all the cliches, but if it comes down to choosing between being right and being kind, always be kind. Kindness is very powerful. I've seen it in action. I've felt it even in action myself when somebody's having a really bad day, going through a really bad situation, maybe just having a really bad life in general. And sometimes just the smallest acts of kindness, just the smallest acts of some other human being showing that they care, can affect another person greatly. I've seen it, and like I say, I've experienced it myself where I'm having a really crappy day. Back in the day when I bartended and stuff, I could be having a super crappy day, just about to snap. Customers driving you nuts, the boss driving you nuts, maybe the rest of the staff not helping out, and then a customer says, just one little nice, kind thing, and it kind of takes all that pressure off the situation. You feel like you can breathe again. So I try to be aware of that, and more in small things than, like I say, big gestures or whatever. Like, things just as simple as going through the line. When you're going through a line, whether it's in a store, in a restaurant, whatever, to pay people, whether it's clerks, cashiers, whatever, they deal with the public all day, every day. They deal with a lot of crappy people because there's a lot of negative people out there that are always complaining about things. So just little things as simple as that. When I'm going through lines, I always try to do at least the basics. I try to smile at the person and at least give them a sincere, how are you today? Might try to be a little personal, make a little bit of, conversation with them. But just like small acts of kindness, and nothing wrong with bigger acts of kindness as well. You see that person on the street you pass by every day, throw a couple of bucks in their hat or whatever they have, or buy them some food or whatever is appropriate for you. Yeah, we all know that there's people out there panhandling that don't need to be panhandling, but that's not really the point here. I'm not getting into who deserves this or that. I'm just saying every day we have chances, no matter where you live, how big or how small, who you're moving around with. Pretty much almost everybody, we have opportunities to show these little acts of kindness and bigger acts of kindness every day. And these little things are the things that matter. If we acted more like that, if we showed more kindnesses towards more people, and we just had kind of that attitude in life, it'd just be a lot better. But anyhow, I'm rambling. But these 4 words have kind of stuck in my head. They just keep over and over. Hard work, gratitude, empathy, kindness. Hard work, gratitude, empathy, kindness. And they are all practices that any one individual can change your life. Hard work. There's people that have changed their whole lives just strictly through hard work. Having a practice of gratitude tends to attract other things, because if we're not happy with what we have, how can we be expected to be happy with more? So there's kind of that gratitude can kind of almost initiate that law of attraction type power type thing too. When we're grateful for what we have, it tends to open things up and bring more abundance into our life. And then empathy and kindness. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow, and hope you're having a great weekend. Love you guys. Peace.